Fact. We're going to move into the first half and starting to transition into conversations that have changed the way we look at the world. And our first half is always a little bit lighthearted. And this week, we're picking up a segment that we've done in the past. We did the most underrated things, learned about Cody's pregnancy pillow.
Yeah, did,
and
baby.
Now we are going to go to the most overrated things and see what we're going to learn about this time. So, Jimmy, would you like to start us out for your top 3 overrated things?
I would. I'm about to trigger some people with these real quick.
I don't know.
No.
Gosh.
Okay, so first thing that I think is overrated is expensive watches.
Ooh.
So originally I was going to say something like the Apple Watch.
Okay.
And as much as I personally would never get one,
Mm-hmm.
there's some functionality to it. Like, I can get it.
Okay.
Right.
But for someone who like drops racks on something that literally just tells the time that I could do by like looking at a phone or like getting in my car
Yeah.
or buying like a $20 watch.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like me personally. I think that it's just like, it just feels so pretentious
Yeah.
to like spend an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah.
Granted, I understand it's an accessory.
Yeah.
People use it for like fashion purposes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, its purpose is to like tell time. And like, bro, like you can get a Casio calculator watch that like technically by the standards that I'm giving, like exceeds like.
Well, but also everybody has a phone, so it's like, why do you even need a
Yeah,
watch?
like watches themselves are like almost overrated.
So what's a good price for a watch if you're gonna wear one and buy one?
Bro, man just said Casio watch.
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't even know
freaking
what that
Casio
is.
calculator watch.
It's like you get
You
them
can-
at Walmart.
Yeah, they're like
You know what?
20
I'm
bucks.
not trying to one up you. You know what's even more overrated than that I didn't think about until you just started talking is expensive pens.
Oh, dude.
Like
yeah,
people drop like racks on like a pen. Like
yeah.
that whole thing's just like, don't get me wrong. Like it'd be sick to have like a ball and pen,
Right.
but I'm just not gonna make money and be like, yo, I'm about to drop money on a pen,
Yeah.
dude.
Or get your name on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Anyways, I hear you.
It's funny that you say that because I actually do have like a $20 pen.
Really.
Yeah. But
Well, I'm talking
Anyways.
like racks of money.
oh
so.
yeah, well yeah, I don't make racks, so that is easy for me to not spend racks. Second one, this one's gonna be probably like the most. Actually, you know what? I'll
I don't
say
know,
the
the
most
watch was already
controversial things for the last.
The
You know
watch
what?
was
You're
already
right.
controversial. So.
Dude, all right, this next one, Marvel movies.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Marvel movies.
Specifically for like people who are just like adults who like
Yeah.
will like defend them like to death.
People's business.
Oh, I don't know. The thing is like it makes sense for like kids. I mean, they have great production value, don't get me wrong. For me personally, I feel like it's just like the same like generic storyline. And I
Yeah,
think
but didn't
that
you
like
watch like that Star Wars?
Dude, okay, so I was Dude, yo. Okay, so I was literally telling Cody beforehand. I was like, "Yeah, man, like I would say Star Wars, but I like Star Wars."
You watched like
so
the
I'm
Clone
not
Wars
gonna-
series, but you're like, yeah, dude, you gotta grow up
Okay,
someday.
well-
Hypocrisy in this.
Okay, well, Star Wars is also overrated, but I didn't want to just like
okay.
call out stuff that I
I
like.
disagree, but you know,
Yeah.
Hey,
dude,
you know
Marvel's
what?
held me down so much. I disagree.
I'm just saying my thing with Marvel, it's like this is like a decade or beyond that like we're talking about like those movies. When I watched that second Avengers movie, I'm like, dude, this closed a chapter of like, a third of my lifespan.
Yo, Thanos snapped his finger and look at the state of the world right now.
True,
Think about it.
but overrated to some people.
Anyways,
Okay, no, good. That's
anyways,
good. That's good.
I've been controversial enough. The last one though, so this one's like a bit more niche,
Okay.
but I think what's super overrated is having or owning like the top tier of something. So what I mean by that is
Okay.
like people who buy the latest I'm not talking necessarily about like phones or like, stuff like that. I'm talking about like people who buy like the unnecessarily like powerful like equipment for like consumer use.
Yeah.
Or like they buy like they spend like literally thousands of dollars for something that only marginally performs better than like
Right.
The next like step or two down. So like I say that because like I play like RPG games, for instance, where it's like the most expensive things are like incredibly overflated.
Yeah.
And they don't even like really do that much better than like common stuff that you could get. But it's funny because it's like a microcosm of like real life where it's like you could get, I don't know. I don't want to get too controversial, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of stuff that's like meant for like commercial grade stuff.
Right.
That it's like it makes sense why like we have supercomputers and things like that. But to have like that sort of like power for like playing Minecraft is like it's just completely like, yeah, dude.
Jimmy, you ever play those, or Cody, you ever play those video games where like you have a certain amount of money and you can buy like different perks with like your money?
Absolutely.
Jimmy's like the type of guy in those games that like looks at it and then he's like, oh, this is like exactly what you should do for like the most efficiency. Whereas like I'm just like, I just want to buy this because it looks sick. He's like, no, like if you buy this one thing to like this level and then this thing to this level, like this is
right. Jimmy has an
guy who did the
savings.
exact same thing to me.
no, but what no. But what I'm saying is that this is true. Like this is why you think this.
It makes sense.
All right, that's fair.
To be fair, I'm not blasting you. I'm just saying when I play those type of games, I just say, hey, tell me what to buy, and then you just tell me what to buy, and then I win.
Respect.
Basically what I'm saying is I suck at those games. I'm saying Jimmy will start like months after me and then surpass me like really quickly. I love it. No, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
That was an out of the box thought. That is accurate. Very much so.
Those are good. Definitely highly overrated besides Marvel. I agree.
All right,
Cody's like, my first one, opinions are overrated, actually.
Oh.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
All right. So I got 3. I'm going to start off light. And then I'm really making my way towards that third one. I'm really going to come at some next. But let's start with hanging out at night. I'm definitely going to say that's highly overrated.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's when I hang out late at night, my whole next day is shot. And then if I try to wake up early, regardless, I'm tired. More things are open during the day for us to do outside of COVID, right?
Yeah. This is such a like, this is like the end of college Cody, I feel like.
Yeah, for real. That's
You're
all I
such a
used to
grown
do.
man.
I used to hang out till like 3 a.m. But if I could be home by like 9 or 10, watch TV, watch the movie, and go to bed, living.
Okay.
So yeah, rather hang out during the day. I think hanging out at night's overrated. Second one, warming up. I love sports, Theo. Me?
True, you do.
You
do.
And weird sports, at least in American
Weird
culture.
sports.
So I love tennis, right? That's not big.
Yeah.
I love soccer, and that's outside of like that.
I thought you were gonna say like field hockey.
Oh no, that would have been good. But what I can't stand, and what's the most overrated sport ever,
what?
Baseball. Baseball. Overrated. Agreed?
I'm with you on that.
Dude,
oh, yeah.
I could like take back some of my worst memories of just pure boredom and it's being at a baseball game. So I kid you not, anytime I'm ever actually bored, I'm like, well, I could be at a baseball game. No, I'm serious. It's like if I'm home alone on the couch, like, well, at least I'm not at a baseball game and it gets me through.
Baseball was fun to play like when I was in Little League.
Okay.
But then like the moment that I stopped, I was like, okay, this is like anytime, you watch a game, it's like,
so that's
bruh,
the
what?
thing. Every baseball head's like, I just love watching baseball. And every time it's on at the house, everyone's on their phone. So it's like, how much do you actually love watching this, or do you just like
that was like
you do? I
think there was a game. It might have been a minute ago, but it was like a 6-hour long game or whatever, and everybody was like, "That was sick." And I'm like, "Why?
You're on
What
Instagram.
was yo? What made that more sick than just getting it out of the way in like 30 minutes?"
Dude, it's so funny that you say that too. I was listening to the radio this morning.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how normally if like a team was like, 1-2 6
Yeah.
at like the start of a season in baseball, people are just like, yeah, it's just the beginning of the season. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
but like
'cause
now, people are like, oh, like, yeah, you're like screwed.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's like,
because
yeah,
what? There's 182 games, I think, normally.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so many games.
yeah.
I mean,
So
82 for basketball is already a lot. So 182 or
And
however
every
many it
score
is.
less than 3. Do they call it point? Dude, I don't know a thing lick about baseball. Do they call it points, home runs? What do they call that?
Runs.
Runs?
Yeah.
So it's like 3-0.
Yeah, true.
So I watched 4 hours of 3 runs. That doesn't
True.
make sense.
How I feel about baseball is how probably a lot of people feel about soccer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I love soccer.
dude,
So, anyways,
soccer-
continue.
I'd go on bat and say soccer might be better than basketball. Another conversation, another time. Third, final. I want to get in the business of every single millennial.
Gosh, I don't know if I
You-
can handle this.
If you aren't listening, I need you to turn your volume up. Business. The man I am about to say,
Ooh.
an icon to me personally. Don't know him, but I almost look up to this man. But in the genre of how I choose to use him for the sake of this conversation, overrated. Boys, audience, girls, family, Tyler, the Creator. I said it. Music. Overrated. And you know what irks me the wrong way?
What?
No one ever talks about Tyler, the Creator. But as soon as he drops an album, the entire world is the biggest Tyler, the Creator fans ever. And all they do is they run to social media for 7 days straight. You know what irks me even worse? All 100 people that you and I are thinking of right now, name one time you ever heard someone in the car play Tyler, the Creator.
Dude, for real
No,
though.
name one time. You know one person who's ever played his music, but they will go to bat for him every time he drops an album.
Oh,
I feel like he's like a vibe though. Like that's I mean
Oh,
that was that your
wait.
point though?
Yes.
Your point is that his music's overrated, but that like he's like a
Such a vibe. Everyone wants to like rep him so heavy.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, just admit, cool dude, icon. He's a vibe, but his music is trash. Really don't like it. But you're gonna go to bat till you die. Oh man, gets me hot. I swear.
Oh man, that's good. Yo, drop down in the comments down below what you think about my guy Ty.
Those
Man,
are
this
my
is
three-
controversial.
Yeah.
I like how we're living in the age of controversy right now as a nation, and we're like, yo, let's just be unnecessarily controversial. Like not actually benefiting us whatsoever. We're like, let's just throw
not
more
at all.
controversy out
Not
there.
at all, yeah.
All right, here's my underrated things.
All right, let's hear it.
You guys definitely taught me, but okay, first one I feel like is fairly. I don't think this is that big of a deal, but Panera Bread Company underrated
Oh.
Really?
or overrated, overrated,
Yeah.
overrated.
No, I
Freaking love Panera Bread. Here's why: I don't like to go out to eat at places that I can just like make at home. So like, I'm not just gonna go to a sandwich place because I'm like I could have just done that at my house.
that's like such a parent thing to say.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like you go to Panera Bread and you're like, oh, turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Probably
Yeah, yeah.
overpriced. I can't tell you last time I've been to one.
Yeah, and then like the side is like a bag of chips. Like that's where for me. That's where it's like I could have literally just like left.
You
So
get a,
no,
You probably get a pickle on the side too, right?
yeah. I will say they have a Reuben sandwich that's pretty good, but again, dude, literally the last time I went to Panera Bread, I can't tell you.
Overrated. That's a good one.
Thank you. Okay, the second one, campfires. Here's why.
Yeah.
I enjoy camping quite a bit, actually. I enjoy campfires in this present moment that we're having our conversation. But I promise you, the moment that I sit in front of a campfire, I'm going to be like, dude, this sucks. Because the smoke is in my eyes. I smell like campfire for the next month and a half. And then it's like it's kind of a vibe, but the vibe to like inconvenience / I smell atrocious ratio is not at all worth it.
Oh yeah.
That's
and then
so
you have
real.
bonfires.
Oh gosh. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I guess
Anyways.
I never considered how much of an inconvenience a fire is.
That's the thing that's so overrated about them. I like campfires,
Right.
but I know though that I'm like, don't lie to yourself. You also hate them, and don't pretend like you like them.
Yeah.
I have to like stand my ground, look myself in the mirror, and I'm like, you hate campfires.
You're fighting with yourself the whole time internally.
Yeah. So shout out campfires, you suck. Okay, this third one, this is gonna be like random. I feel like we kind of missed our calling, Cody. I feel like we made this kind of a Suns themed podcast.
Okay.
I feel like what we should have done, now that we've had some conversations about underrated and overrated, what we really should have done was had a pillow themed podcast.
Oh, talk to me.
Because here's my overrated thing: sleeping on top of a pillow.
Keep going.
Like, first off, if it comes down to like having a pillow, like if it's like, okay, you have to like sleep on a pillow or just not have a pillow, I would just choose no pillow.
In general, sleep pillowless?
Yeah. Now, when I have a pillow, you know what I do with it? I put it on my head, not under my head.
No, you don't.
I promise you. I bury my head, so it's almost like a glorified sleeping mask.
You put the pillow on top of your head?
Yes.
There's some psychopathic tendencies.
Because
No,
here's-
there.
I mean, I can normalize. I do that with like a second pillow.
Yeah. I just don't
But, like-
use the first pillow. Because here's the thing. What ends up happening is it's like my spine's like this, right? It's like flat. And then it's like my neck goes like 45-degree angle. And it's like I end up being like, yeah, this is less comfortable than if I just slept on the bed.
So you sleep on your stomach?
Yes.
Wow. Top of your head like a cocoon.
If I'm sleeping on my side, then I would use a pillow.
Okay.
But I usually sleep on my stomach. So I just am like,
Pillow
No
over
pillow.
the head. Man, I probably won't try that, but I feel like I have to.
I mean, hey, stomach sleepers out there. All right.
Mhm.
Stomach sleeper army. The strongest army on the internet, really. Let me know what you think. But how do you guys sleep? Do you sleep on your side or your back? Or
I
your
sleep on my,
stomach.
so that's the like main reason I got a pregnancy pillow is to train myself to sleep on my back. It's so bad for your spine to sleep on your stomach.
yeah.
So
Yeah, sorry, chiropractor. What do you do, Jimmy?
Yeah, I sleep on my. Well, I sleep best on my back, but like
Okay.
I naturally like sleep on my side, if that makes sense.
mm.
So
So it's
got,
like easier for me
mummy
to like fall asleep if I'm like on my back, but like naturally I just like always be on like my left side.
Yeah,
Also,
so-
fun fact: apparently, like if you lay on your side, it's better to lay on your left side than it is on your right side because of
Yeah.
like how your organs like sit in your body.
Don't say
My mom
that.
always told me that when I
Mhm.
had like a stomach ache going to sleep. She would be like, sleep on like this side.
Dang, we might as well be doctors. This is like a doctor podcast.
All I'm saying, if you sleep on your stomach, get rid of your pillow. You don't need it. It's overrated. Save yourself some
Man.
money.
That goes against my whole underrated main course meal.
True.
I'm kind of hurt you came at me like that.
I'm not trying to come at you. I'm trying to come at pillows.